Okay, that's enough of that. Yeah, I just figured I'd start that off perfectly to, given the title of this, yes, a wizard is never late for the dragons. Not Dumbledore! I am Gandalf! And Gandalf means good morning. Yeah, as you guys can see, I have been busy with cosplay shit. So I'm just gonna, as you guys can see, you can appreciate, you know, you wizard, you shall not pass this hair costume. Oh, well, there you go. So there it is. Just kind of, okay. Let's see what the problem is. So there's that. I'm just gonna, figured I'd open it that way. Hey guys, what's up? BigJackFilms here. Come to another live stream. I am, again, sorry for the crudeness. I'm just gonna adjust here. Let me just, you know, remove some stuff because it's really hot in this costume. Yeah, as you guys can tell, I've been on a bit of a Lord of the Rings kick lately. If you guys follow me on, like, Instagram and shit. It's been pretty crazy. Honestly, it's been pretty nuts. So, relax, everyone. I'm here. Yes, Titanosaurus, we know. So yeah, as you guys can see, I've just been on a huge Middle-earth Lord of the Rings kick. It's also been a while since I've done a live stream. So, again, don't mind me. I'm just, like, getting rid of this costume. Don't worry, there's clothes underneath. This ain't like the Valentine's Day special, I'll give you that. So, yeah, I know, it's been a while. Since, I've done my last live stream, and you guys are probably all wondering where the hell I've been for the last few weeks or so. So let me just, move this a little bit. There we go. I'll just adjust that there. You get it set up where it's a bit more thing. So is that better? It's, a little better. It's gonna turn constantly, but okay, there we go. So yeah, guys, it's been a while since I had my last live stream. It's been a couple of weeks. Reason for that is because I have been super fucking busy. Basically, if you guys are wondering a few things, one, the 100th episode, the con reviews, and so on, a couple things have been happening. So, the 100th episode was scheduled to come out in the beginning of May. It was going to be the beginning of June. It's been being pushed back constantly, and so has my other projects. And that's only because I know you guys have seen a lot of reruns and other videos that have been popping up this month. But that's mostly due to the fact that I've just I needed to take a break, from really working on any big projects, only because, I just kind of wanted to focus on other things, and I wanted to have a bit more fun over the summer. But don't worry, I'm now fully back on track. I'm finally getting back to work. But, a couple things you guys have probably seen. First of all, I might as well give my, take of, you know, Anime North and everything. Anime North was fantastic, had a great time. Aside from that, I've just been kind of, just hanging out with friends and shit. I've been really hanging out with a few people. I've been doing a lot of shopping. As you guys can see, I've just been buying props and stuff for cosplays and stuff, because I've had a huge, not only a cosplay kick, because I've been actually doing commissions, but also kind of got into a bit of a Middle-earth craze. And there might be a possibility someday I will review The Lord of the Rings, because it's been kind of popping up where I kind of want to do something with it. I've been building all the costumes for each character. As you guys can see, I just took this Glamdrin Halloween sword, and I actually just repainted it, remodeled it, made it look more accurate to the films. But, yeah, in building cosplays, I've been doing commissions as well. That's another little job I've been doing aside from YouTube. I've been doing cosplay commissions, so I've been building props, I've been building costumes, and a lot of what I'm doing, I'm actually documenting via video, because I want to do tutorials on how to build that stuff. I'm doing great, back Quinn forever, great to see ya. So, yeah, it's just been I've kind of taken a little bit of a break from doing YouTube videos, but now I'm back on track. I'm working on a ton of videos, and my original schedule was going to be once a week, new videos, but now I'm kind of just like, I'm just filming everything in blocks, essentially. I'm filming everything in blocks. I'm doing a lot of, just film a bunch of episodes and then release them, like, once a week or something like that. It's gonna be kind of how it is. It's kind of like how they did The Hobbit, where they just filmed it in blocks and so on. So, yeah, things are coming along. The 100th episode's almost done. I've gotten pretty much all the special effects done for parts 1 and 2, minus a few shots. I'm currently just still waiting for, I think 3 more voices to come in, because I'm currently looking for somebody to voice Goku. I'm currently looking for somebody to be the Budokai announcer, and I'm also looking for somebody to be, like, kind of one of the managers at the tournament. So, if any of you guys can do a good Goku, Budokai announcer, or any kind of, like, I'm looking for some, like, snotty guy who's, like, got, like, a clipboard. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna just write stuff here. You can't be here, sir. Yeah, so I'm always looking around for something. Sneak peek, yeah, Brian, I'm actually planning to maybe release a trailer on Friday, a second trailer for the 100th episode, because there is more to show, just to get you guys excited. I'm not saying when the first part is going to be released, and that's another thing. The 100th episode is going to be 3 parts, so therefore it's going to be kind of a trilogy, because this review is long. This review is stretching about an hour and a half. It's as long as the movie I'm reviewing. It is literally like a Plinkett-style review mixed with, like, stories and stuff in there. So, I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. But it's coming along. It's getting there. Like, it's almost done. I've at least got a few more things left to do on part 1 and 2, and then those should be out first. And then part 3, I'm hoping to get out around July, if anything. But you can expect 3 parts at least, like the 3-part thing, to at least to be about once a week. So 1 part a week. And then after that, there's going to be other videos and stuff. But we're currently working on a lot. Sunday, we're going to start, we kind of started semi-production on Star Wars, the prequels. We've been kind of buying costumes and props for it and a lot of projects. We're looking around for a few places for location scouting. But we're really not going to start shooting until, I'd say, Sunday. And the first place we're going to be shooting is sort of a desert planet kind of thing. So I'm not saying if it's Jakku, I'm not saying if it's Tatooine, but you can expect, we're probably going to do a little video on that, just saying, like, hey, here we are, first day shooting a Star Wars. But it's going to be a very small shoot, the first bit of shooting. And when we were kind of doing location scouting, and we actually just found, we were looking for sort of a desert planet kind of look. Thankfully, down the road where I live, there's recently been construction. They're building a brand new set of neighborhoods down the street. Because think about it, I live kind of near in farmland and stuff in the middle of nowhere. So one of the things I'm going to be doing is taking advantage of their construction sites, because some of it's just plain dirt and desert, and we're going to use that as a desert planet. So if you guys ever need to make a desert planet scene in any of your films, just go to a construction site or a rock quarry and film it on Sundays, because the construction workers never film Sundays. But yeah, we're definitely going to be doing that around down the line for sure. We're going to be definitely doing a sort of that kind of thing. So anyway, but yeah, so Star Wars is in the works. I'm going to probably start my Halloween special shooting around August, which is going to be fun. I'm going to start casting soon. I'm going to start looking into some people to help out. But yeah, it's all coming around really well, and we're, unfortunately, my only bad news in terms of this year, in terms of this season, I had plans to actually release a lot more episodes. As you guys can see, the last episode was actually a Let's Talk on Gundam Seed, but I wanted to do more of those, but unfortunately I just didn't have the time. But I do want to do more of those, because there are a few in the works that I want to do. There's a couple people who are helping me write. So that's what's been happening update-wise. But yeah, I've been building cosplays and commissions. I just got a hire to do, to build actually the Goblin Slayer armor. And that alone's going to be an episode of Prop Shop, which is a show I hope you guys have been enjoying, because I do want to do more of those. The next 2 episodes are in the works. There's going to be one on how to build medieval spears. And then the other one's going to be how to build kind of screen-used lightsabers. Basically, I just got that notification there. Basically, lightsabers that you can use in fan films. They're not effects lightsabers, but they're just kind of, essentially just kind of, just the ones you use for effects. Nick, unfortunately not this time, but maybe next time for sure. I'll see what I can do. I can't, unfortunately, here's the thing too, Nick, I just want to let you know, and everybody know, I'm doing a lot of live streams now via my phone, because it's much better quality and it's a lot easier to use. I don't know if I can allow guests to be on live streams if it's on my phone, only because, basically, like, every time I had guests before, it would be on my laptop, and my laptop is not in the best shape. Until I get a new laptop with a new HD thing, I will definitely get guests on board, because that's something I want to do. And speaking of which, I do want to do more, I want to have more interview guests. We have one or two that we actually have in mind as guests for future videos, like little interviews. If you guys enjoyed those podcast interviews, let me know. But we have one guest that we're going to try to book soon, and we want to do an interview with, because we've been actually good friends with this particular person. No, it's not James, Nick. I wish. If I could, I would. It'd be great to get James on board for an interview. But this is one that actually, I'll give you one hint. There's a hint, she's a voice actress, and a voice actress for a few shows, probably from your childhood and so on, but we're going to be looking into doing an interview with her down the road. But yeah, there's that. I also want to do interviews maybe with some popular cosplayers, which would be kind of cool, because cosplays I've been really kind of getting into. One cosplayer I've actually been helping out with a lot on projects is LUNACHIBUNNIE cosplay. After this live stream, I'll put a link to all her Instagrams and stuff. But she's been lately a huge support for the channel, and she's been helping out actually with a few of her projects. So we've been doing a couple cosplay commissions for her, and we've been just kind of chilling and everything. But yeah, definitely want to at some point get her involved with a couple of projects and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've been busy with for the last month, basically. I've just been doing my own thing. I need to take a break from making new videos, the big content especially. But now we're finally getting back on track, and things are going well. 100th episode is coming soon. I'm going to try, no promises, to put out a trailer on Friday. But you'll definitely be seeing something. You'll be seeing it soon. It's coming. It's coming. As Shakespeare would say, in Shakespeare in Love. It's like, where's the play? Oh, it's coming. It's coming. Aside from that, what other props can I show you guys? I've just also been shopping a lot, actually. I've been shopping and buying a lot of stuff. Like, I've been mostly buying DVDs and replacing my VHSs or old crappy DVDs. Okay, this is kind of cool. I found this at a goddamn, Value Village, which is like a thrift shop here in Canada. I found a Nintendo Power Pad. This thing was like $5, and I had to pick it up. I saw it, I'm like, man. But yeah, it's a Power Pad. I have the NES, so hopefully I can get to test this soon. Unfortunately, Josh has my goddamn NES because he's playing Ninja Gaiden, which, by the way, guys, he's planning a set of Ninja Gaiden reviews down the line, so you'll see those on the channel. But yeah, so I got that. But yeah, in terms of cosplays, it's just been like a workshop lately. I've just been working on prop after prop. Here's actually one I worked on, because I did actually do a Boromir cosplay at one point for one of the cons, and I actually built this. Yeah, this is the Horn of Gondor. I basically built this for under $5. This is actually a legit bull horn, like an actual bull's horn. Look how solid that is. And I just had this lying around. This was actually one of the spearheads for one of the natives in Kong. But because that project's done, nothing you want to do, guys, with props. If you do a project and you have a prop and you kind of want to use it again for something else, just recycle. So yeah, we just basically, this was one of the horns, I think the Witch Doctor's horn from Kong that was on the spear. But what we did was we drilled a hole in the horn, so it's a complete hollow piece. And then you go to the dollar store, and like those really annoying horns you get for like soccer games with like, I think there's actually a Lord of the Rings spoof of that, which is kind of cool. They had like the horns at the soccer games. But we took those, I took the top off, I took the bottom piece off, and I just glued it on, added all the details, and I even took an old like convention keychain thing that I just kind of hooked on here. Now this is just a cosplay prop. This cost me about $5, and the best part is, oh shit, whoa, we're losing you. We're losing you. Oh god. It's like a Blair Witch Project up in the shit. The best part, I'm gonna just fix this fucking goddamn lives. Okay, is that good? No, now it's Battlefield Earth. Now it's gonna look like Battlefield Earth, and that's a terrible fucking movie. One moment, please. Technical difficulties. Please stand by. Okay, there we go. So, the Boromir Horn of Gondor. This thing actually works. Allow me to demonstrate as I call for help, as I am Sean Bean, and I'm about to get pierced by a bunch of arrows. Okay, if I blow this horn, you guys in the comments go, the Horn of Gondor. Boromir. Ready? Okay. Sounds like a cow busting it up. Well, it is a cow's horn. But yeah, this thing actually works, and I'm so surprised it did. So this is for my Boromir cosplay, for a couple of cons and shit. I am planning to get a group together of all 9 members of the Fellowship, but this is the Horn of Boromir. I would love to make one that's cloven in 2, but I think for now this is going to be the one I'm going to stick with, but it came out really nicely. So yeah, it's just been cosplay props, building shit. I just needed to take a break from making videos. I was just getting, I think it was just kind of getting the Horn of Boromir. Yeah, so it's just been really, I just need to take a break, but now I'm back on track. Things are finally good. I just kind of, and also if you're wondering about the scenery on this live stream, I just need somewhere quiet and everything a bit more tranquil, because upstairs is not really that good for live streams because our internet's terrible. So anyway, with all that out of the way, I guess I should just give a few shout-outs this time around. I'll put links below. One is Yuguri Cosplay, also known as LUNACHIBUNNIE. I'll put a link to her down below. Also put a link to Queen 18. Gotta remember that. Queen 18 has been a huge support of the channel. Nick Jackson, of course. Guys, go subscribe to him. NGamer64 and Studio 95 while we're at it. And RICEDUKE. They've been a huge help with the channel and everything, so go subscribe to those guys. They're amazing. And, yeah. So anyway, with that said, I guess we have a couple questions that we can answer. You didn't miss much. It was just the Upgradezilla universe. If you can, just kind of rewind, essentially. So, with that said, let's get a couple of questions out of the way. Oh, okay, I haven't seen the sneak peek in Inuyasha Dinosaur 101. That's, I haven't gotten that yet. But it's definitely in the works. I'll definitely look into that. So, yeah, just fire questions. And, of course, guys, if you guys want to send us mail and stuff, go to this address, of course, BigJackFilms, P.O. Box 326, Queensville, Ontario, L0G1R0. We'd love to receive letters, gifts, donations to the channel. Definitely go support us. And also, if you want to support us, go to our Patreon page as well, which will be great. Hey, good to see you, Super Mario Heaven! Waha! Mamma mia! Have you seen the full-size Kong tooth from the end of 76? I'm trying to buy it. Wait, okay, hold up. Shoot me a link to that Ike. I don't know what that's about, but I have seen that tooth before. I just don't know if it's been on sale. Let's see. Are you ever planning to review the Japanese monster movies Rodan, Mothra, Roar, Gargantuous? Here's the thing, guys. This is a question I get a lot. Because I'm the King Kong guy on YouTube, everybody wonders if I'm going to do Godzilla or other kaiju. At the moment, no. If anything, I do plan maybe to have something Godzilla-related at the end of the month. Or at the end of the year. Because, you know, I did see King of the Monsters. If you guys want to go check out my review, link down below. But in terms of other kaijus and stuff, really it's just, I'm just Team Kong, honestly. That's just been my passion for the last few years on YouTube. So for me, I don't know if I'm ever going to do any more Godzilla-related videos or other kaijus and stuff, because it's just too much of a hassle, and there's just way too much. Because I do, aside from Kong, I do want to expand and kind of explore other movies and stuff I want to tackle in terms of marathons and stuff. Like, I want to do the Mummy series with Brendan Fraser. I want to do the Lord of the Rings, obviously, at some point. I want to do more anime-related reviews. There's a lot I want to discuss other than Kong and Godzilla and Jurassic Park. You know, there's other things I do want to discuss. Because I think there's just more for me to talk about. I mean, I've already done Star Wars, and everybody loves those. Let's see. Thoughts on Hobbs and Shaw's, given you mentioned you're opening the King Monsters. Hobbs and Shaw. I can't remember which one those are. Hobbs and Shaw, I can't remember who those are. Power Rangers. Yeah, Power Rangers. I do have plans, to actually, I think after I believe after the 100th episode, Power Rangers 2017 movie is next on my list. It might actually be pushed to August because there's a con I want to go to that I need to film some extra bits for the episode, so it might be pushed to August. But yeah, definitely going to be doing a review of the 2017 Power Rangers. Hobbs and Shaw, Fast and Furious. To be honest, I've never watched any of the Fast and Furious movies, if at all. Like, never seen a single one of them. Because they're not really my thing. Like, they are kind of cool. I guess they are Universal's second biggest franchise next to Jurassic Park. But for me, it's not really my thing. Maybe someday. I don't know. There might be a time when I might be able to do it. Never, Nick! Never! It's just, yeah, well, think about it, Nick. Cons are the reason I keep doing what I'm doing. In my opinion, they sucked. Yeah, I haven't watched Fast and Furious. It's not really my cup of tea. It's just not something I'd be into. Harry Potter, maybe. That might be a possibility. Again, I think if I'm going to start doing fantasy-related, the fantasy genre, if I'm going to start tackling that, I'm going to start with Lord of the Rings. I'm going to start with the Peter Jackson, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and then I'm eventually maybe going to move into Harry Potter, Narnia, because the Narnia movies I would love to tackle. And maybe some historical epics, Braveheart, Gladiator, including with the fact that there's a Braveheart 2 coming out that I'm super excited for. But Robin Hood even. Like, there's a couple of those I want to tackle at some point. But those probably won't be till 2021. Honestly, because, like, I want to wait for Lord of the Rings for the 20th anniversary of the original of the trilogy before I tackle anything fantasy. But for the next few years, do expect some more off Kong stuff. So like, here's some of the, so like, obviously 2017 Power Rangers is on the list. Lion King for the 25th anniversary is coming up. I do want to do Batman 89. That's still on the go. I just got to find time to film it. The Kong musical, Ready Player One. There's a ton to talk about this year. I still got time on it, but there's definitely going to be more coming. And then, depending on when Season 5 starts, I do have plans for Season 5 for sure. Like, you can definitely see a new set of Kong reviews at that time. You'll definitely see the prequel trilogy for Star Wars. Those are the main two big franchises I'm going to be tackling. There's potential for more anime-related stuff. Like, there's a couple of certain animes turning 20 next year that I want to talk about. Dragon Ball GT, I already did discuss a little bit about Dragon Ball GT Lord Tyrannosaur 4. Definitely go look up my Let's Talk on the best arc of Dragon Ball GT. Definitely look that up, because I do discuss because I didn't watch much of GT, but I do discuss my favorite arc that I did watch, and it's the one I constantly go back to. But definitely go look up that video, because that will probably give you my initial opinion on GT, for Dragon Ball. But yeah, so there's that. Hang on. Hey, Jack, I'm actually going to be heading to Florida SuperCon, and I'm cosplaying Nostalgia Critic and my friend Angry. Awesome! That's amazing, Matthew. Good to hear. See if you can maybe catch Universal Studios. Actually, hell, for your Hail to the King documentary, that might be good to get some B-roll footage of the new Skull Island Reign of Kong. Just a thought. Thoughts on the Wafflecephalus, I'm asking, because I want to add to the Jurassic Park evolution. Interesting. Will I review any Harryhausen films? Yes. Harryhausen is something I've been wanting to tackle for a while. I just haven't had the time. The next real Harryhausen movie, pretty much the first one I'm going to tackle is my personal favorite, and that's 1 Million Years BC. That is hands down my favorite Harryhausen movie of all time. Probably next to that is Valley of Gwangi, Seventh Voyage of Sinbad, those kind of films. Like, those are just kind of the movies I like that Harryhausen did. But there's definitely 1 Million Years BC will be the first to tackle. Neon Justice Evangelion comes out on Netflix this weekend. Yes! I can finally watch the whole goddamn show without going to, like, some website with fucking torrent shit. Which is fucking terrible. Finally, Evangelion, something I want. Like, I got up to the 10th episode. I never finished it. But I do want to go back and watch it again, because I did a whole intro based on it. And honestly, Josh got me onto Evangelion. Let's see. Did you hear my question? I'm not too sure. Reply and I might have. Are you ever going to review Kong versus the Sea Monster, aka Godzilla versus the Sea Monster? I kind of already tackled it in my Lost Japanese King Kong episodes. That's pretty much all I'm going to talk about. Because again, if I do that as its separate thing, then everybody's gonna be asking me, review Godzilla King of the Monster, or review Godzilla versus the Sea Monster. It's like, I'm trying as hard, like, I'll be honest, I'm trying as hard as I can to avoid getting into any Godzilla reviews at the moment. Because they're not my priority right now. Personally for me, I would rather take on more Kong stuff. But, like, again, I will do something Godzilla related at the end of the month. Will I ever review the Indiana Jones movies? That's another idea I've kind of mixed around a bit. It's more something I would want to do a co-review with someone like Josh, because he's a big Indiana Jones fan. And also, I will admit, though, I do have kind of an idea to do a short film, like a short fan film with Indiana Jones and another certain explorer, essentially. Do sort of a crossover video, like a little short film. I do have ideas in mind of what I want to do. I definitely want I have somebody in mind to play Indiana Jones. But there's something I do want to do in my spare time. Shrek. No. I hate Shrek. I fucking hate Shrek. Shrek has not held up. What are you doing in my small... Oh my god, stop! No! No Shrek! No Shrek! No, I will never tackle that piece of shit. Especially when you find out how that movie came into existence as just a big, mean-spirited shit on the front lawn that Jeffrey Katzenberg did with Disney. Because honestly, Katzenberg's an asshole. He's a big asshole. Fuck that guy. And no, honestly, as much as I love Spielberg, fuck DreamWorks. I'm sorry. Like, okay, How to Train Your Dragon's the only good franchise they have. And Madagascar. The only two. Everything else sucks. Everything else is fucking garbage. I'm sorry. Let's see. Okay, my question is, when Godzilla vs. Kong film drops into international theaters, would you deal with it? Yeah, I would love a Monster Arts Kong figure from that if they do that. I couldn't get the first one, the Peter Jackson one, but I really want to do that. Land Before Time. That's another franchise I'm afraid to tackle because there's so many. But at the same time, I do want to talk about the first film. Because there is some things I do want to say about it. And I want to give it really kind of a real distinctive review of it that not many people have done. DreamWorks is making a Jurassic World Netflix series. Okay, I take back... Okay, DreamWorks for me, because there are some good stuff they've done, but it's mostly annoying bad stuff. Like, Shrek has not aged well at all. It's mean-spirited. It's a terrible franchise. I hate it. Ants is okay. Like, again, it just felt like a big jab at Disney. But yeah, the animation hasn't held up, but it's still a clever, funny movie. Like, there's still some adult humor in there that I kind of appreciate. I remember Prince of Egypt pretty good. I really like Road to El Dorado, especially when you find out that was supposed to be an R-rated animated film, and I would have loved to see that. What fucking goes all fucking Ralph Bashki. If it got all Ralph Bashki on us, it would have been great. But Road to El Dorado I liked. I did like the Madagascar movies. I liked the first two. I haven't seen anything else past the first two, but I did like those. Those were funny. Over the Hedge is stupid. Monsters vs. Aliens. Okay, I'll admit that was actually fun. I saw that in the theater. Like, I remember I saw that. I was like 20-something. And it was a, I was in a theater, and I kind of just figured I'd go see it for the hell of it. Hey, it's giant kaiju versus giant aliens, might as well. And what was cool, it was in 3D. It was one of the first big movies, in 3D. And I saw it, and unfortunately there were just a lot of kids there, and they were having a fun time with it. But I remember watching it, I'm like, this is a fun little movie. It's actually really funny. Love the president in it. I love how, like, he's trying to do all the references to other sci-fi movies to communicate with the aliens, and, you know, XLF is amazing. But yeah, I do like that one. What are some other DreamWorks? I do like the first How to Train Your Dragon. I haven't seen any of the sequels. Again, there's just too many of them at this point. Okay, Shark Tale. Okay, I know it's a piece of shit. I know Shark Tale's a god-awful piece of shit. Don't get me wrong on that. But I do kind of have a soft spot for it. I do kind of have a guilty pleasure. Like, it's cringy, but it's It's one of those movies, like, if you watch drunk, you'll have a fun time. I would say, like, there's some decent, okay things about that movie. The game's terrible. I remember got that on the Xbox, I'm like, wow, this is a piece of shit game. Terrible fucking game. But, what was I gonna say? What was the other questions? Somebody pop up a comment so I can read them. But yeah, it was just, so that's my opinion on DreamWorks. It's just, like, they've made some decent films, but half of them are crap. Walking with Dinosaurs and Schindler's List. There's part of me who does want to review the Walking with Dinosaurs miniseries. Schindler's List, probably not. One, I haven't watched it all the way through, and two, I've kind of avoided it because it's really depressing, and I hate depressing Spielberg because half the time it's boring. I remember, because here's the thing. I love Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg's one of my favorite directors, one of my personal heroes. Yet, he's only really good if he makes just movies with action and special effects and whimsical stuff. Not a fan of his historical films. Not a fan of, haven't seen Schindler's List because it's depressing. Saw Lincoln. Lincoln, I would say, is actually the worst Steven Spielberg movie in my opinion because it's so boring. It's so boring. War Horse is the only good historical film that Spielberg did that I liked. Haven't seen Amistad. But yeah, a lot of those I just kind of pass by only because I know they're boring and they're not my thing. I mean, like, Spielberg, I like you, man. I like what you're trying to do, but go make dinosaur movies. Go make your alien movies. Go make your killer shark movies. I like those. I like that Spielberg. So, there's that, basically. So, but yeah, Walking with Dinosaurs is definitely something maybe I'd want to tackle in the future. I don't know about next year. I don't know when I would be able to, but if I did, it would probably just be the mini-series and the Big Owl special that I really liked. That I actually really enjoyed. So, those are essentially what I would do with Walking with Dinosaurs. So, here's an idea. Review the Heisei Gamera trilogy. I'm not the biggest fan of Gamera, to be honest. I mean, I have the Heisei trilogy. I bought them at a thrift shop. But honestly, like, it's not something I'd be really into reviewing. Because, again, it's, like, a little too long. The Phantom of the Opera 1925, I think? There's a part of me who wants to start reviewing silent films. Only because next year marks the 100th anniversary, believe it or not, of probably one of the most influential silent films of all time. The original Mark of Zorro starring Douglas Fairbanks. Because that movie was essentially the first swashbuckler, the first swashbuckling superhero film. And there's a part of me that wants to tackle that. Essentially, I want to review maybe 3 Zorro movies next year, especially for the 100th anniversary of him on film. I want to maybe tackle the Mark of Zorro with Douglas Fairbanks. I want to tackle the Mark of Zorro with Tyrone Power, and I want to tackle Zorro with Alain Delon. Because I think there's more to talk about with Zorro, because Zorro doesn't get much appreciation. But thankfully, actually, a little bit of news I do want to discuss that I found out, I saw an article on about a month ago. Quentin Tarantino has announced he will be doing a sequel to Django Unchained, right? Now, a sequel's great, you know, Jamie Foxx is coming back, all that shit. Okay, that's all great, because I love Django Unchained. But here's what actually really blew my balls off. It's gonna be a crossover with Zorro, and I'm like, Tarantino, you magnificent bastard. Oh my god, I am so excited for what they do with that, because I know there's a comic out there with Django meets Zorro, but not only is it a potential for a good sequel to Django Unchained, which would be about 10 years after, but also it will be technically the first Zorro film in 15 years. Yeah, you have to think about it. We haven't had a Zorro movie in 15 fucking years. Like, the last one that came out was The Legend of Zorro, and it flopped. So for me, I am super happy, because, you know, we got all of these superheroes right now coming out. We're in the huge thing of the superhero craze, and it's about time the original hero showed up, Zorro. Like, we need him back right now. And I said that in my Mask of Zorro review. It's about time he came back. So, I'm excited for that. I'm really looking forward to that. Will I do impressions? Not right now. I am kind of having a bit of a stuffy nose at the moment, so I'm probably not going to. Because I am still, like, again, like, I think over the week I did get a little bit of a cold. Out of the dinosaurs besides the T-Rex, which two dinosaurs scared you in the novel Jurassic Park? The raptors. Raptors scared the shit out of me. No doubt about it. Would you consider Jaws and Norman Bates to be Universal monsters? I would have, like, they're essentially the start of the Silver Age monsters. Because obviously the Silver Age monsters include, you know, Freddy, Jason, Leatherface, Michael Myers, Chucky, Leprechaun. But I would consider them the start. Reviewed the Dimension Trilogy? No. Again, other than Kong, I won't probably review any more kaijus after Kong. Depending on what it is. Like, again, there's something for Godzilla I have planned. Hey Jack, have you heard of the upcoming Jurassic World short Battle of Big Rock, which will be attached to Fierce and Furious? I heard about it, but I don't know if it's going to be like a live-action short film or an animated short film. I'm not too sure. But, like, I do know that DreamWorks and Netflix are doing a Jurassic World TV series, which I actually am kind of interested in seeing. I want to see what they do with that. It looks nice. Have you do a Let's Talk anime adaptation of Lost World 1925? Oh my god. No, there's some things that shouldn't be anime in Inuyasha, Dinosaur 101. Kong, yes. Lost World, no. Unless it's Jurassic Park. It's gonna be live action. Okay. Okay, you know what? Let's see what happens there. I might go see that, but it might be one of those things where it's like, I'll go see the movie, but I'll only stay for the short film and then I'll walk out because I've saw enough, essentially. Because, like, done. I just need to see that Jurassic Park shit. That's all I need. But yeah, let's see what happens there. I'm actually kind of curious to see what they do there. I wonder what the hell it's going to be about. Hell, it might just be a trailer for the third Jurassic, which I heard they're already starting to film. They've already started filming that, believe it or not. They've also started filming the Game of Thrones prequel, believe it or not. And Naomi Watts is supposed to be in that, which is pretty cool. So, yeah. That's all awesome. August is the year of Zorro. We turn 100 years old, and at least the Yeah, I know. The first publishing of Zorro, The Curse of Capistrano, turns 100 this year. Believe it or not. What's your favorite Stephen King story? This is a good question. My favorite Stephen King... Again, I haven't read any of the books, but in terms of film, it's probably It. It is my personal favorite. Just, he defined the killer clown icon. And speaking of which... So I know there's a trailer out for Dr. Sleep with Ewan McGregor, and I find out it's a sequel to The Shining. And not just the book, it's the Stanley Kubrick sequel. I'm kind of now wanting to watch the original Shining and then go watch this and watch them back to back. But I swear to God, if Jack Nicholson does not make a cameo in this movie, even if it's just him still in the snow as a corpse, and he just looks at Ewan McGregor go by and he's like, Danny, I'll be pissed. I do like Carrie too. Carrie is a decent film. Although I've seen the original and the remake, and I'm kind of torn which one's better. Will I be coming to G-Fest this year? Unfortunately, no, guys. I hate to disappoint you guys. I will not be attending G-Fest this year. One, because my ride, got canceled. I couldn't make it to G-Fest because of transportation, and I can't afford it at the moment. But the other reason why is, honestly, like, I would much rather come back next year. Because next year's Godzilla vs. Kong, and I feel like that's more in my territory if I come as a Kong fan. So for me, I would rather I'm probably going to come back next year for sure. I enjoyed last year's G-Fest. I had a blast meeting all my fans. It was like 50. Holy shit. But yeah, I will definitely be coming back next year. But not this year, unfortunately. Sorry to disappoint. But, there are plenty of others who are going to be coming. I believe Chris KAIZEN is coming. I think JTISREBORN is going to be there. He's one of our creators. I don't know about D-Man 1954 if he's going to be there. I think he is. But yeah, definitely go support those guys. They're definitely going to be coming, and you guys can go check those guys out. Because they're part of our kind of, they're part of my kaiju team, essentially. Oh, it's cold. Have I seen Robot Chicken? Yes, it's the funniest goddamn thing I've ever seen in my life. Oh, okay. I haven't seen the Invisible Man Blumhouse thing they're working on. However, I did see the trailer for, what is it? The horror movie version of the Banana Splits, which I was like, what the fuck? Okay, full disclosure. I kind of did grow up a little bit on the banana splits. Only because, yes, I have seen Godzilla vs. Kong 1962. I did a review on it. Go check it out. But yeah, I did kind of watch the banana splits as a kid, because when we were in the States, I grew up with Cartoon Network. And I actually used to stay up late at like 3 or 4 a.m. watching like all the weird shit. And it was weird because they had like a block of like really old 60s, 40s, 70s cartoons on Cartoon Network late at night. And some of them included Gumby. Watched a lot of Gumby shorts on there back then. But I also watched a lot of, like, oddly enough, banana splits. And all I remember about that was the theme song and the weird mascots. You know, la 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 la. Had no idea it was produced by Hanna-Barbera. But then comes the trailer for this Banana Splits movie that's going to be a horror movie. I kind of want to watch it. It looks fun, honestly. Like, I never expected these guys, a Hanna-Barbera property of all things, to be a horror film. And I kind of want to watch it. I might do an opening night on it. Because, again, I kind of grew up with that shit with reruns. But there's a part of me who definitely wants to take a look at that. Let's talk on the live-action Inuyasha being directed by Steven Spielberg. How would you feel about it? I don't think he's the right guy to direct an Inuyasha movie. For me, I would rather see him do, pretty good anime he could do. I'd have to get back to you on the Inuyasha. I'd rather have Peter Jackson be involved. Yeah, I know it's a knockoff of Five Nights at Freddy's, but I don't care. I loved the Banana Splits as a kid, like, even though it was really fucking weird. And half the time I was on medication, I didn't even know what the hell I was watching. I'm doing good, Kevin O'Bill. How are you? Yeah, definitely, guys. Yeah, definitely go check out my review of King Kong vs. Godzilla. It is on my YouTube channel. It's one of my first videos I ever did on this second channel. Have I seen Godzilla 2014? Yes, I have. I did a review of that as well on an opening night. Go check that out. Look that up, Sly. Let's see. Do you like dank memes? Absolutely. I'm a big dark humor person. I love dark humor. It doesn't matter if it's insensitive or not. I will probably laugh at it, honestly. Even if it's like, okay, let me put it like this. So, like, me and my friend, okay, this is actually kind of a bit of a scary story. It's time for scary story time, kids. So I'm with my friend, we're hanging out over the weekend, and, we decided to go down to Toronto on Sunday, or Monday. It was Monday. We decided to go to Toronto on Monday. I have to obviously take her home and shit. She just get home and everything. It's all good. So we're at a costume store. Obviously pick up Glamdrin, the faux hammer. This is one of the props I made for my Gandalf cosplay. Also picked up a Gimli axe. And we're really close to Nathan Phillips Square. And we walk out, and people are fucking running for the hills. People are literally like hundreds of people running for the hills. And it was literally kind of like out of a Godzilla movie. Like, everybody's running and keep expecting the giant kaiju to show up. But the Raptors parade was that day. And it was the Raptors parade, the ceremony, everything. You guys have seen all the news coverage. And some dumbass who knew there was 2 million people in Nathan Phillips Square decided to shoot up the damn place. It was only like a pistol found. It wasn't like a full shoot. But we were literally, me and my friend, seeing dozens of people running down the street. And my obviously guardian mode kind of kicked in. I'm with all my friends whenever there's trouble. So I literally see people running. I'm like, something's wrong. I look at my friend and I tell her, let's get you home. So I just got her home because my first priority was her safety. That was a first for me. So that's one of those things where, like, she goes first. If I take a bullet, who gives a shit? So yeah, I get her home, and we find out that some idiot was shooting, like, with a gun out in Nathan Phillips Square, and people ran for the hills because they thought it was the worst. And we heard several stories about it, and we jumped to conclusions, but it was pretty scary. So that happened. I could have, and it's funny because my mom said, "Why don't you go down the parade and stuff?" Thank God I did not take that. I did not take that advice. Because I could have been dead, essentially. So that's the story of. I just put my old cane on. So that's the story of how I saved Christmas. I feel like, it was literally like, it was almost like Titanic, where like everybody's running, it's like, come on, let's get out of here, and it was great. But then like fucking, you just want to cut back to me as an old man, just like 1,500 people went into the sea when Titanic sank from under us. There were several boats floating nearby, and only one came back. 1. 6 were saved from the water, myself included. 6 out of 1,500. Afterward, the 700 people in the boats could only do but wait. Wait to die. Wait to live. Looking for an answer, but no one would come. Cue the fucking James Horner music. Just do the meme. It's been 84 years. Fucking love Titanic. Anyway, but yeah, that happened. That was pretty crazy. Did I like Mothra and Godzilla King of the Monsters? Yes, I did. Fucking beautiful. Loved it. Loved it, Kevin. Really good. But yeah, I honestly, that pretty much sums up what happened over my weekend. I just hung out with a friend. We were chilling. We watched Legend, which I love. Third time I've watched it. Did the Back to the Future trilogy already, Clark, as a top 10 list. You can check that out. We even had the DeLorean in that episode. Definitely go check that out, Clark. You play Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. Never played that. What about Mothra's song? Yes, I did. Kevin, if you want to know my thoughts on Godzilla King of the Monsters, go check out my opening night. I do pretty much go full Godzilla geek on that. Maybe review some Akira Kurosawa samurai films. I've yet to see really any of them because I've never been able to find copies of them, but I definitely want to check those out at some point, some Kurosawa movies. Mattel is making a John Hammond action figure with San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Spend no expense. Yeah, I know about that. Everybody's pissed. Everybody was pissed about that. Where's my 100th episode? It's coming. Expect a trailer hopefully Friday. But it's coming. It's almost done, man. Just be patient with me. Stay with me. In the meantime, check out some other stuff. Beast Wars Transformers. There's part of me that wants to tackle the Transformers movies at least. But maybe I can do a Let's Talk on my ideas for a Beast Wars movie. Because I know that's been in talks for a while at Hasbro, but they said it's too expensive to make, which I'm like, really? You spent $200 on nothing but a fireworks porn movie. And you can't afford an all CGI Lion King-esque Transformers movie. Yes, you can. Don't tell me the budget for Lion King was like fucking, $400 million. Did I get your letter? No, I don't think I got it yet, Jared. Oh wait, you know what? I might have. I just haven't done. I haven't opened it yet, and I do want to do a fan mail fanatics on that. But I might down the road. I'll definitely check that out down the road. That's like Godzilla King of the Monsters as a whole. I loved it. It was honestly like, well, the Titans themselves were pretty cool, but the movie itself overall, I actually kind of thought it was the best American Godzilla movie made to date. But yeah, I overall really liked it. But yeah, if you want to check out my review, Kevin, go check it out on opening night. I posted it about a week or two ago. Yeah, I did see the new Titans, Kevin. Hey, Jack, there's a video of Saving Private Ryan, but the intro, there's Guardians. Oh my god. If they're playing My Sweet Lord by George Harrison, I'm going to laugh my ass off. Would you see a remake of the Giant Claw made the same way as Gojira? You know what? Yeah, I'd want to see that, but it would probably have to be, like, made really hokey. It'd have to be something like fucking, what is it? Q the Winged Serpent is pretty much the remake of the Giant Claw. What do you think of the Mammoth Titan in the new Godzilla? It's okay. I'm not really a big Mammoth guy. Like, I think it looks alright. And the fact it's being called Behemoth makes me wish it was just the giant Behemoth. Would you like Rodrosaurus? Yeah, I would at some point. Would you like to see a hybrid Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Kong? Depending on the hybrid. Depending on what it is. If it's Kongzilla, no. That's just pure fan art. In my eyes. But yeah, so there's a lot that's there. Yeah, it's a giant sloth with mammoth side, but it looks like a mammoth to me. I know, but it looked like a giant elephant without the trunk, essentially. It pretty much looks like the Mastodon Zord, but without the trunk. It's like one of those used toys. What is your favorite Asylum movie? None of them, Ike. I fucking hate Asylum. Oh my god, never bring up that name again. Fucking hate that. Let's see. Avengers Endgame is beating Godzilla King of the Monsters box office. It will be, Clark, because Disney is fucking relentless and decided we're going to release Endgame over the summer with bonus footage. We're going to release the extended cut. Oh my god, Disney, I'm literally with Disney right now. I'm literally like the soldier in Saving Private Ryan. It's just like, I'm the other studios. I'm just like, just give us a fucking chance, you son of a bitch! That's what it felt like. It feels like that for the other studios. For me, essentially. It's just kind of like, come on, Disney. Why do you have to own the summer? Give anybody else a competition. What is the good movies for MST3K? Godzilla vs. Megalon, the Star Wars Holiday Special, Lord of the Rings. Those are my personal favorites. I love those. So there's that. Okay, so we're reaching the 10-minute mark, and you guys obviously know what that means. We got time for 3 more questions, but of course, before we do, if you guys would like to send us letters, donations, gifts, you can do so at this address, BigJackFilms, P.O. Box 326, Queensville, Ontario, L0G1R0. We'd love to hear from you guys, and of course, if you guys want to go support us on our channel and help us fund a few more bigger projects, link down below to our Patreon page. $1 more, get your early access, a couple rewards and stuff. We're still working on the kinks of giving you guys some really good rewards at some point. So yeah, we have time. This is where I play the genie at this point. We have time for 3 more questions. Fire away. I'll make it interesting. I will not do request questions. What is the worst 50s movie ever made? I can only think of a few. I think for me, it's probably something, I mean, The Giant Claw is so bad it's good, but I wouldn't count that. It would probably be something like, what was the one that was really boring I watched? I think it was like something like, Mighty Gorga came out in 1969. That was a boring one, but it felt like a 50s one. Anything that was like the mutated, like the Cyclops and a lot of those weird B movies and stuff, like those weren't really my thing with the goofy monsters. Those are just boring. So there's question number 1. Granted. Let's go with question number 2 and see what we got. Let's see. Would you like to see a movie about the Grand Duchess Anastasia and how she could escape? Now, we all know what she did in at this point. Story of Anastasia would become a Russian fairy tale. We did kind of get that, John Burke films, but you're talking about historical accuracy? Yeah, that'd be kind of interesting. But for me, the one that everybody remembers is the Disney knockoff by the incredibly talented Don Bluth. I like that film. I think, like, the acting's not bad. Christopher Lloyd plays a great Rasputin. Honestly, the one thing I remember about that movie, aside from the music, is the train scene. The train scene is actually fucking awesome. So there's question number 2. Let's see. Okay, I'll answer these last 2 questions by Titansaurus and Brian. Question number 1, would I like to see Destroya in the Monsterverse? Yes, but as the last Godzilla movie. Not in Godzilla vs. Kong, not in the next one. He has to be the last opponent for Godzilla. Second question is, and this is the final question, have I ever seen, or my opinion on The Walking Dead? Yes and no. I've never watched the show, to be honest. The zombie genre is not really my thing. I mean, I like a few, like Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, all that shit. Brain Dead's my personal favorite because of how fucked up it is. But for me, Walking Dead is just not really my cup of tea. The only TV show I really watched consistently was Game of Thrones. But the only bit I've ever seen of Walking Dead is the scene where Negan beats up Glenn with the bat. Because, to be fair, given that is public television, that's more fucking disturbing than anything I've seen on Game of Thrones, violent-wise. Glenn getting bashed over the head with a bat and pretty much going full retarded, forgive my language, more disturbing than a pregnant lady getting stabbed a few too many times. And then You cut back to him getting beaten again and again and again and again until you cut to a shot of half his fucking head is fucking paste on the floor with a little eyeball twitching. That almost made me sick to my goddamn stomach. I actually wanted to throw up. Again, I don't know these characters. I don't know anything. All I know is that is one of the most brutal deaths I've ever seen in any form of media. And it was on public fucking television. Game of Thrones has a slaughter wedding where girls get pregnant, get stabbed, dogs get shot, horses' heads get chopped off, a guy gets his eyeballs gouged out. You have to pay for that. Yet, that is less tame than seeing this guy get beaten to death with a baseball bat. That's saying something about television. So anyway, guys, that's it for this live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any more questions, we'll try to answer them in the comment section below. If you guys want to support us on Patreon, go link down below and help us support. $1 a month, whatever you got, just send it to us. If you guys want to send us donations, gifts, letters with questions, or fan art or whatever, please do so at this address, BigJackFilms, P.O. Box 326, Queensville, Ontario, L0G1R0. Of course, guys, go check out our show. Go check out the BigJackFilms review series. Playlists are on our channel page. Also, remember to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're doing a lot of stuff on social media. If you guys wonder where I've been, I do like to post a lot of shit on social media, but I do have Facebook, I do have Twitter, I do have Instagram. I also just got TikTok. TikTok, I been experimenting with because it's kind of like the new Vine, so definitely go follow me on TikTok. Would be great. But yeah, definitely share a lot of our videos and stuff around there. Of course, a big shout out to our some YouTubers we got out there. We have I'll put Inuyasha Dinosaur 101 there for the hell of it. We have LUNACHIBUNNIE, NGamer64, Studio 95, JTISREBORN, Nick Jackson. Guys, go subscribe to those guys. They could definitely use your support, especially Studio 95. We want to help them out a bit more. We will let you know when LUNACHIBUNNIE is going to be putting out her YouTube channel because she has actually been a huge help, and she's going to start up YouTube soon, so we've been helping her out with that. So once we get her channel, I'll put a link down below. Queen 18 as well. Fuck it, I'll put Queen 18 in there. Guys, go subscribe to her as well. So, yeah, in the meantime, guys, look forward to a trailer for the 100th episode coming too, the second trailer, and the 100th episode as a whole. It's coming. It's almost done. We're almost there. But until then, this is BigJackFilms signing off. I'm trying to figure out how to end this goddamn thing. Wait, I don't want to rotate it. No, I don't want to rotate. How do I end this? I really don't know how to end this. Shit. Let me see here. Can I... This is probably, it's been a while since I've done one of these, so this is probably going to take me a minute. Mute microphone, no. I'm actually lost how to end this. I really don't know how to end this, guys. Oh my god. We're going to be stuck here forever. Oh my god. I really don't know. Oh god, don't start with the Godzilla memes. Is it this one? Nope, that's not it. I don't know how to end this live stream. Oh, God. Oh, we're all done. Okay, BigJackFilms signing off.